Breaking news! PURGMirego just updated his Fortnite controller settings. Be the first to try them out and make people rage. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and follow all of his social medias for behind the scenes and updates.
For visuals, the video graphics, what I do have would be brightness at 130. Some people do go higher, but I prefer to keep it at 130, like at least 130 or 135. One or the other would be better. I do keep my user interface down to 1, and then colorblind mode. I do keep it on this mostly because I enjoy the visuals of it, even though I'm not colorblind. I don't think I am, but I do enjoy the visual of it and take the strength down to 3. I did have it at 8 at first, but that's up to you if you want to do that. But at 3 I find it glows more. And then you have motion blur off along with the parallax on. And parallax, it's just for the item shop basically. That's all it's for. I do like to show my FPS so that way I know what my frames are, if I'm lagging, if I'm not lagging, and to report the performance status. I should have left this on, but I keep it off because Fortnite ain't gonna do anything. Epic Games don't really care about it. Now if we go to audio, main audio is all the way up with music at 20%. Normally it would be turned off because I am a streamer, but my lobby music at 30 with my sound effects at 50. Dialogue of course is at 0 with voice chat and cinematics at 100. My picture-in-picture is at 50. I can't do 3D headphones because the PS5 won't let me. Subtitles, they just there. We ain't worried about them. But visual sound effects, if you are on console, I think PC has this also. Just leave them on so that way you know where people shooting. If you got footsteps around you, someone driving, grappling, whatever, it's better in game so that way you can prepare for the next fight. Licensed audio, as I say, I do stream a lot, so it stays on mute. Normally I change it to play if I want to listen to some soundtrack. If I don't get demonetized or copyrighted, I will just play it. But for communications, if you plan with your friends or want to talk to other people, just look at this and copy it. I do recommend that. Like, there ain't gonna be no difference of it. Just look at it and copy it. Now for my gameplay, my regions, all of that stuff, I just do it on audio. I mean, not audio, but auto. So that way it's more like, hey, give me at the least laggiest server there could be. NAEs, whatever. Just give me there. Language, of course, English, because of that. Toggle sprint on, auto open doors on, mental activation and hurdle activation, hold and press jump. Now for combat, I don't have hold to swap pickup on. I'm sorry, like, no. Anyways, that stays off. Toggle target, that's supposed to be on. I can keep it off. I'm not that worried about it. But auto equip better items on, so that way, let's say you run around with a blue or a gray like AR and you come against a gold or purple, it automatically gonna swap for you. That's nice. That is far better than what we normally do. Mark danger, keep that on. Auto pickup weapons, I do keep that on. Some people like to keep it off. I keep it on just because, say that I land, I might get a weapon in my inventory and I can go straight into a fight. Now for the pump and dump, leave it on because that is far much better. Now for my preferred slots, I do keep AR, shotgun, SMG, utility, and consumables. Some people would do shotgun first and then AR, but me personally, I've been playing it as AR and shotgun, so muscle memory is all about that. What else do we got? So for auto sort consumables to the right, I do leave that on even though I have the preferred item slot for it. Just automatic sorting to the right. That way you're not going through like, oh, AR, consumable, shotgun. No, that's a hassle. You want to swap weapons in between fights, keep them close together. For building, I do have the reset building choice on along with turbo building. That way you can edit builds faster, get out of build fights much quicker, so on and so on. And then you got simple edits and tap the simple edit on. That's far much better. I'm glad Fortnite did add this for build fights. Then tips, if you've been playing Fortnite for ages and you already know how to play the game, just leave it off. But if you do want that helpful tip around it, then turn it back on. That's up to you. Now for the invert fighting controls, leave it off. Unless you are some daredevil diabolical person, leave it off. Turbo delete, I leave it on. The tap to search, I leave it on. Low latency, leave it on. But my minimum field of view, I do have that at 75, and then for my maximum is at 105. So turn all that up to max, and then you should be fine. For emotes to jam tracks, I leave it on, along with music. If I hear it, leave it on. Replays, I have that on so that way I can go back, look at how well I did, how horrible I did, how I died, if someone cheated, and so on and so on, along with just more replays. Leave it all on. Now for energy saving, I do have that for 15 minutes. You can change it to never, but it's, let's say you step away from your system or screen monitor if you're on PC or Switch, console, all of that. You step away from it, you can put it straight into sleep mode and it'll be far much better so no one's spamming you with invites. And then you have your game UI. Reticle on. Ammo indicator on. My show spread, of course, is on. Everything is on basically. I leave everything on, and my damage numbers, I do a cumulative one instead of a list because I want all the damage numbers into one of how much damage I just put on a person instead of going like, oh, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. No, I want to be like, oh, you did 30 damage on this person. You did 45 damage on this person. And then damage feedback, hit only. I think it's better. Honestly, I've been using that, so I think it's better. For number scaling, of course, is at 125%. For the hub, I do have it at 77%. Some people put it at 75 or anywhere lower. Some people also put it higher so that way they can see it far better, especially if you're wearing glasses. It's up to you and your choice on that. For my spectator count, I do leave that on because I like to see a little eyeball in the left-hand corner of my screen of someone watching me. Now for quick bar buttons, I leave it all on. Just leave everything on unless you don't want to see your health, unless you don't want to see how many mats you got, unless you don't want to see the mini map. If you don't want all of that, take it off, but if you do, leave it on. I do recommend just leaving it. Tool tips, I'm not finna lie to you, I don't know what that is. Let's be honest, don't know what it is. For touch and motion, we don't worry about that. For mouse and keyboard, I'm not on mouse and keyboard, I'm on controller, so we don't worry about that. For keyboard controls, we don't worry about that. For controllers, now we up into this. Inverted, off. Aircraft controls is inverted, off. Controller auto run, off, because once you press the map button and you run it, it's going to automatically turn it on, so just leave it off. For builds, on. That's the Builder Pro. For hold to edit time, I do have it at a 0.1 second, so that way it's much fluent and faster. But my simple build is at 0.2. I do have my slide hold time is at 0.1 with the reset camera at both, along with the time of reset camera is at 0.1. I do have vibration off because who wants to sit there and feel the vibration in their hand when they're shooting? One, it messes up your accuracy. Two, why would you want to feel that? Let's just be honest. Why you want to feel that? For quick weapons, I do have it custom. Honestly, I just have it on. Let's just be honest. I just have it at custom. That just so that way, like, say how I did show you that my custom weapon loadout set was AR, shotgun, everything else. That just helps it more. I do have diamond delay off because I kinda don't really care about it as much. But toggle behavior, I do have that as none because it ain't finna do any much. Instant toggle off. Button group, I do have both. That way, say I want to use my D-pad or I want to use my face buttons. I rather just do all of that instead of trying to go back and forth like, oh, I gotta press one or the other. It gets confusing. Just keep it on both. Now, sensitivity, some people have been asking why I be hitting my shots as I be hitting them, why I be moving around so much faster, spinning around so much faster. My look sensitivity is at 8. Aim sensitivity, 8. That's how I like to play it. Everything is much faster. I can go to 9 and 10, but I prefer not to. But I keep it at 8. For build and edit mode, I do have it at 2.1. That way it's much faster, much fluent, and I could just get out of places much easier. Unless Epic Games no sprint speed concucks me. First person mode 0.995. With advanced options, I do have that on. I only have it on because if I have it off, you won't be able to understand what I'm doing because of how fast it will be going. So compared to having it on, you can now see, oh, I aim at a person, I'm shooting at this person guaranteed. That's why I leave it on. Now for speed wise, I do have it at 38 because I like it there. You can turn it up if you want to. That's up to you. You can turn it down if you want to, but it's just on how fast you're able to turn. Now for boost, I do have it at 2% because some people like to do it at 0 or 1% if they're building, but since I play no build mainly, I do leave it at 2%. For ramp time, 0. I can't tell you why. It's just 0. For instant boost, I leave it at off because if I do hop into builds and I do want to build, then I can go ahead and do that. For ADS speed, I do have it at 8 for horizontal, 10 for vertical, and then for turning speed, I do have it at 2 and 3 for horizontal and vertical. That just helped me personally. I don't know if it'll help y'all, but give it a try, set yours to it, and see how well it does for you. If you like it, then I do recommend keeping it at that. It so far is helping me when I be clipping onto people. And then you have my boost ramp, it's at 0 with the scope speed to being at 1. For advanced sensitivity, dampening time is at 0, but I do like a linear curve over a exponential. To me, linear means I'm putting in raw input. My raw input, I find that helping me better because as a Fortnite player and as a person who rages at Fortnite a lot, putting it at linear, I can now see where I messed up. I can see where I got better at. So I just go back and forth to, oh, how can I prove this? How can I prove that? And it's just better for me, honestly. For precision, strength, this is your aim assist. Leave them all the way up to 100, especially if you're on console. Leave them at 100. Do not touch it. Leave it at 100. If you do touch it, you are more guaranteed to miss some of your shots, half of your shots, 50-50, than you would if you leave it at 100. We don't touch the settings, the basic or legendary. We don't do that. Now for the dead zone. If you are on a DualSense Edge controller, a DualSense controller, Xbox Pro controller, Xbox One S controller, I want to say, if you have no type of stick drift, I do recommend 5 and 9. Some people will recommend 8 and 2 or 8 and 5. I recommend 5 and 9. That way you have more control over where your dead zones are. That way you also aren't walking around the place as much. For R2 L2 release, 25%. You want faster shooting, 25%. Now for adaptive trigger, leave them on. For the effects for press, leave it off. For the strength for it, take it all the way up to 8 and then starting position is 0, so that way you're not like, oh, it's all the way up already, so why am I already shooting? No, leave it at 0. You want to control it. For vehicles, acceleration, yeah, just leave it on. Honestly, just leave it on. For the tank settings, leave it on. Even though I haven't seen a tank in Fortnite, leave it on. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't have rocket racing. Probably because no one cares about it. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So this right here, this up to you on how you want to do it. I do Combat Pro because I'm not about to go into builds and just be like, oh, let me focus on building. No, I'm going to fight. So I do keep it on Combat Pro. Builder Pro, if you want to go into builds and you want to just focus on that, then do that. But if you want to do quick builder then that's more like, oh, I want to do a build, kill someone. Do a build, kill someone. Oh, I'm trying to escape, build, 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 build. That's all it is. Custom, you can set it up to however you want it. You can do building plus Comeback Pro if you want to custom, do it that way. That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I personally use Comeback Pro because I'm strictly in zero build. We're not going to worry about the account setting. That's a whole different thing. All you got to know here is that I got post party and recording right here, and clipping reminders. That's all you got to know. Say you want me. Oh, we got. Oh, okay. Hey, we went back to what we just did last time. Come on. Why do y'all wish to do this while I'm right here? No, stop. You too. No. Alright. Let me know if you find someone. I'm about to throw you this too. Here. Wow. I gave you one just to get one back. Oh, there we go. Level 2. Let's go have fun. Players to attack are now marked. Let's head to the circle. Oh, everything's coming in now. Llama! Right here. Doggo down. Be careful. Person down. Alright, let's get up to 5. You said what? Be careful by yourself. Oh, you coming to me? No, you by yourself. Alright.
I'm coming to you.
Pom-poms. If you want to use them, you can. Zeus medallion. That's extra speed now. What the pipe? Up, back this way. Pop the pom-poms. Woo! No, you don't. Woo! Pop it, pop it, pop it. Hey, right here. Right here, right here, right here. Go. Go in there and get him, get him, get him. He running back in. Got him. Whew.
I feel like they're scared for their life.
Alright, come to me.
I'm coming.
Up on us. Go. Got him. I want the goldfish!
I want a kill. Fuck.
There's already like 5 people left.
Yeah, and I would like a kill.
Alright, let's go. You see having fun, I see. Right here.
I'm trying to get a kill.
They inside the house. Alright, let's go. We got one more team. Huh?
I'm trying to get a kill.
Oh, well come right here then. Right here. Come right on me. Go to me, on me. All yours. You gonna kill her or what? She hurt. Thank you.